この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here once more on a Wednesday for Mushoku Miércoles. Thoughts? All credit to Ali Casey for coming up with that gem. I think it's pretty good. Mushoku Miércoles, it may be for from here on. Hit me with other punny, preferably alliterative Mushoku Wednesday things. I've got Mushoku Miércoles and Mushoku Tensei Wednesday, and that's all I've got. We're going to magic school. The Ranoa Magic Academy has graciously opened their doors to the relatively untrained but rather well-renowned Rudius, who has traveled a long distance with Alina Elise in tow, or maybe vice versa, in order to get there. We're kind of going to leave everything else behind here. This feels like a bit of a reset. New town, new place, new village, new school, new circumstance. Never been in a circumstance like this, at least not in this lifetime. Remember, the last time that Rudius was in a school where there were other people his age was when he was Earthdius, and he went away from that, withdrew from it, and stayed in his room until he literally died. So, this might be a slightly difficult circumstance, and maybe a situation that he might struggle with in some unexpected ways. Because you'd sort of think that, gosh, this is a dude who's been out there actually fighting in the real world, doing real magic. He's gonna come in and show these kids who's boss. He's gonna be the bomb diggity, and have the opportunity to learn all this cool magic stuff that's gonna be great. But it might not be so. He might be withdrawn and scared and terrified and have no friends here, and that's where we hit a bit of a wrinkle, because we do have friends here. It's just a question of how long it's going to take for them to recognize each other. Because, as we know, which Rudius does not know, and neither does she, Sylphie was teleported, not here, but somewhere else. Her hair turned white, she became the liege of a lady, and they came here. So now Fitz, from Fitoa, white hair, elven, male, with glasses, doesn't talk. Probably Rudy is not going to recognize her as Sylphie until circumstances allow for that to occur. Probably she is going to recognize him as Rudy, like, immediately, because she's seen him, and he looks mostly the same, and also she's met his dad, and he's like, what just happened? That was an alert. Why did that just happen? Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. Uh-huh. Wait, actually, maybe I should put them on. I've never done that before. That's a stupid idea. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, okay. We're just gonna leave that and see what happens. Okay. Totally whomped my train of thought. She's gonna recognize him. He's, like, right in between, midway point between young Rudius and Paul. He's right in between, so she's totally gonna recognize him. What is she going to think? Having this, like, dude who she hasn't seen in forever just shows up halfway around the world in another country to join her magic academy? That's pretty cool. And it serves as a lot of opportunities for a lot of interesting things to happen. Rudy is also going to enter this circumstance in a bit of a rough way. He has the erectile dysfunctions. He is with the most sexual entity on the planet. He is going into a high school that is filled, which we have seen, is filled with bodacious beast girls. Like a lot of them. And also his primo primary childhood friend, who, other than Roxy, is like the only person, especially female person, that Rudy might trust and be able to be kind of mildly normal with and have an impression of that isn't totally wrapped up in his own now shattered sexuality, and maybe has something before, something almost pure, naive, something that hasn't been tainted by these more recent experiences. Sylphie comes from a time before the Cataclysm, the time before Eris, the time before any of it. She's different to Rudy. Whether she's actually different or not is irrelevant. She's different to Rudy. And so, when Hitogami tells us that you're little problem is going to be solved if you just head to the Ranoa Magic Academy. I have to wonder if it's some kind of a magical cure, or if it has much more to do with familiarity, friendship, trust, and reconnection. With that in mind, let's dive into episode 5 of Mushoku Tensei and see how we kick off as we move to a different location. I get the impression, as important and powerful and slow and interesting and development-y. It's hard to even quantify. I've seen some criticisms of the last few episodes that I don't disagree with entirely, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Because you don't tell a story all at the peaks. It doesn't work. It never works. You can't do it. You have to have valleys. And that isn't mental gymnastics way of justifying weak storytelling. But it is a way of saying, I'm not sure if the storytelling that we just experienced over the last few episodes was actually weak, because it hasn't paid off yet. It's the interim. It's the meat and potatoes, and we haven't it hasn't come to conclusion yet, right? The year that Rudy has spent unchanging, essentially, right? He's been doing this sort of daily grind of dedication to himself, but without a perspective on the rest of the world, and without the connections that he needs in order to flourish. That grind can come to, that can twist, it can turn, it can become an element in the back of our minds of who Rudy is and who he has been and who he could be, and how that will be different as he changes. And so I'm excited to see the changes happen, and I still have a bit of faith in the story. It hasn't lost me yet. I'm okay, partly because I've experienced it in my own damn life. I'm okay with spending some unexciting time floundering and even failing and even making mistakes and even being in turmoil and pain and distress and not knowing where you're going and just sort of surviving for a little while. And that can be good enough. And it also can be something that you don't want to go back to. And it also can be something that demonstrates through juxtaposition the potential of the future. And it also is a reset for Rudy, a reminder of the place that he's been before, the place that he keeps slipping back into. And since Eris happened, he's been stuck there still. So of course it feels slow, and of course we're sitting here kind of mad at Rudy because he hasn't been able to figure out the obvious. But it's not obvious when you're in it. It's not obvious when you're in it. It's only in hindsight that you can look back on the struggling periods of your life and see what was interesting and valuable about them. And I think that if Rifujin does his job well, and I expect that he might, just a possibility given that he's been doing okay so far, we might be able to actually experience that same form of experience, that same ability to look back and go, wow, that was such an interesting time in Rudy's life. So different from what has come, but it colors this, and this colors that. And I look forward to it. It could also totally flub. It could also have been a series of months of writing where Rifujin no Maganote didn't have any ideas, right, and was just sort of floundering. I don't buy it. It doesn't track. It's a reset. It's a slipping back. It's 2 steps backward, 3 steps forward. It's a constant fluctuation that Rudy is going through as he struggles through life. It's not a progression. It's not every villain is stronger than the last villain because this is a shonen battle anime. It's not you get better every time. It's that you try to and you fail a lot. And that's correct. Correct. Real life correct. Accurate to my experience of reality. Probably accurate to yours. So I'm not down on the show yet. Does it feel as good as season 1? No. Has it been bombastic and amazing? Could it still be? Yes. Do I have faith that it might be as we move forward? Yeah. Am I willing to be shown that I'm wrong? Totally. Yeah. If it goes way downhill, then it goes way downhill. But I don't think it is going to. So here we go. Those are all my excuses and my apologetics for the show. I have faith that it's going in an interesting direction, and that the experience of the last few episodes, including the split-second suicide attempt and multiple days of years of fucking torturous turmoil and not being able to make your body work correctly and not knowing where you are in the world, and yeah, right, correct, totally good. Okay, let's dive in. Let's go to Ranma Magic Academy. Let's meet some big titty wolf girls, and also some childhood friends who are the opposite of big titty. You know, you gotta have a range. Gotta have a range. Preferably color-coded. Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Episode 5. 2 versions. Picture-in-picture, description, timer on YouTube. Early access on Patreon. PiP timer. Let's go. Let's rock and roll. Finally! Yeah, no guys. So predictable, Elite. Hey, we're here! Ooh, wands. Those are wands. They have wand stores. Hmm. Oh, okay. No! No! Why do you keep getting surprised? Oh. Wait, actually? I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all. I don't buy that at all, Elite Elise. You made that shit up. You made that shit up. Oh. Oh. Oh, is this actually a birdcage freedom stuck overlaid? Okay. Wow, well, you got symbolism. Oh, okay, so it is going to be Sylphie. That is what it's going to be. Right? Right. That is what it's going to be. And good for it. Okay, that makes sense. Unless I'm wrong. It's possible. Oh. Maybe I'm wrong. Ow! Ow! That hurt. In the empty bed. Ow. Very painful. School uniform. How long are we going to be at school? And the bird is the light? That's the same squad. Are we going to squad up again? No, these are memories and pasts. Okay, we're walking through... Oh, wolf. Oh, hello. Hello. Most interesting. That's the secret in the background, right? That's Eris. Redbird. Redbird, bluebird, whitebird. Was that the dude? Whoa, what was that? Was that Sarah? I think that was Sarah. Greenbird Sylphie. Greenbird Sylphie. Uh-huh. And he goes childish again. And that's why I drew that. And it's the white bird, and we're traveling, and it's her flowers. Oh boy, that was layered. Hibbity gibbity gibbity goo. I actually really like that. That was very cute and very important. Elite Elise? Elite Elise, don't ruin this for me, please. Hmm. I don't know. I mean, like, maybe. She's so bored. Magic tests. Oh, it's a full university. All of the those might be places. No, but I am. Well, yes, my little friend. Yeah, that is what he's saying. My little friend. Uh-huh. Yeah. Not so admirable, huh? I feel like this is a trick. Fitz. Right? Are they gonna have us duel? Are they gonna have us duel episode 1? And instant recognition, right? Hi! Hello! Hi! Oh, he's just gonna say his name. Just brains leaking out her ears. Hi! Hey, wait a second. Let me pull this. Wait, oh, that's familiar. Hey, wait. Oh, yeah. That's bullshit. Nande? Yeah, I'm busted as fuck. Oh, you actually hurt her. Ouchie. Did she just do that? It's called counterspell. Yes. None of them have ever done it, have they? Whoa. Oh, the eyes. Oh. Oh, isn't this a flashback to the moment with the bullies? Oh, that's cute. Giving the chant. Yeah. Oh, I'm just That was the cutest. Oh, that was the cutest. Okay. That's fucked up. That would be nice. It's a cool logo, the black within black within white. Double yin yang, sort of. You're a grad student, is what you are. That's what you are. Are you homies with Fitz? No. Fuck off. No, you don't get it at all, man. No, you're actually missing the point. No, you've missed the point. He's just creating Garu. He just created them. That's great. No, I distinctly think that it's the longer skirt that makes it sexier. It's actually important. Ah, everybody's here. Luke-sama. She's gonna bang Luke. You know it, right? You know it, right? He does. He's related, right? I don't remember. Seito Kaicho. Aw. And by any chance, any four-armed blue people? I'm still wanting to meet that human. Creature. Entity. Demon? Person. No persecution. Very good. Right. Except Alita Elise is looking somewhere else. Ah. Very good. Whatever you, dude, whatever you do is gonna be so misinterpreted. It's gonna be great. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. This is so weird. At the bottom of this tower is the girl with the mask, right? She's underground somewhere here. Ooh, the duo. Zanaba's here. I see him. I saw him. Hello, duo. Oh, he's here too, isn't he? My lord! Oh god, don't break me, don't break me. No. Good. Good, Zanaba, put me down, put me down, put me down. Please let go. Hi. Oh. Yeah, but I like you. I don't think he's being bullied, dude. I mean, you might be wrong, but... Maybe. Didoldia? That! We know your family, dude! Yeah, we're friends! Yeah, a little bit different. She's a crazy, crazy Gyaru. She knows what's up with the short skirts already, huh? Pale blue, God. Hungry doggo lady. Eats much, has big titties. Right? Right. Okay. Okay. Cool. And you over there, Mr. Hello? Yeah, you've heard that name before, right? Yeah. Uh-huh. Ah! He actually introduces himself as Genius Mage? Oh my god, Cliff. Oh my god, Cliff. Good for you, man. Your whole point is to fight Rudius, right? What? Yeah, I guess. So do you think that that makes me worse? Yeah, how did you know that? Huh. Well, that's interesting. You know my ex. Oh, but his heart just leapt and crushed. Just gonna hard ignore you now. Miss Fizz's mask. Mask. She's a special student too. We're gonna recognize her. We saw her. Dude, we saw her. Yeah, and when we do, it'll be like, wait! You know the dragon guy! What the fuck? So what is she doing here? This is great. I love it. We're in a full magic school. It feels exactly right. Oh. Oh, indeed. Perfect place for a battle. Or a secret tryst. What? He did not say that. He did not say that. Supersize my you-know-what. Hey, it's a red version of that book that he had before. It's the same book. mass teleportation events. Your name, it's like Rudy something? Oh, it's so cute. There's no reason for him to suspect, though. Nande? Well, you know. She had no idea, right? Yeah, I've been out there for a while. Oh, she thinks he means her. Well, he does, kind of. Wait, he does mean her, though. Doesn't he? Yeah, he does. Oh, it's so cute. Yes, point me in the direction. Thank you. Thank you. Nice. We'll start there. I'm not. I'm not. It would take so much. Oh, sculpting. Yeah. Hi! Hi! I like Zanova a lot. Oh, God. Aren't you Fitz's what? Hello, Luke. Does Does Luke know that Rudius is Sylphie's? Oh, it's the family part. And with loves the ladies, huh? Classic Grey Rats. Ah, flight. Hmm. Hmm. Nothing suspicious here. Nothing that would really lead you to the right conclusions. I like this background a lot. Okay, let's run into something interesting, shall we? Let's have something intriguing happen. Oh! Ha! Not that! You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me! Come on! Oh no! Oh no! This is karmic justice. And well deserved. Oh no. Hmm. Yep. Red-handed, man. Red-handed. Was that Fitz? shit. I just dropped those, right? Hey, okay. Whew. Is that not allowed? We get segregated paths? Okay. Yeah, wait, isn't Fitz male? We go straight to violence. Odd. Immediately protective of Rudy, huh? Aw, that's kind of cute. Thank you. Thank you very much. Her name is Goriade-san? Those are some cruel gorilla parents. How romantic. Hey, so can you cure dicks? I'll bet she can! Woo! Sorry. We're gonna have a moment here, and I'm just gonna ruin it. But it's actually not being impartial. That's what's so interesting. Please don't. Please, so weird. Yeah. It is so goofy, right? Right! Oh. Well, you know. Is she gonna reveal it? No. Oh. Hey, wait, I'm not gay! Wait a second. Why do I have feelings for this boy? What the fuck? Oh, and a new ED as well. Would you look at that? So we've got 2 chairs together. Yeah. We're into the romance, huh? Or really, this is the direction we're going. I'm into it. And we get the reset. I said it before, it's like a reset to purity, and it literally is. The years in between are him regaining his virgin card, right? But he gets to have like a purified, clean washed relationship with Fitz, with Sylphie. That's so interesting. And make all these friends elsewhere. That's so interesting. It's really smart. Yeah. We get this dual-sided heartstring pull on her side as well. That's very clever. I see this starting to play out, and it's very clever. For a romance, yeah. Same person, same tree. The history all rhymes. Yeah, you've got to make the choice to call out and communicate yourself. Not just the good-natured response, but like something legitimate and actual communication. And leave the memory be. Okay, yeah, no, exactly. Exactly right. Yeah, okay, good. Good, I'm confident. Strong. Ooh, Shinitaku Nai! Okay. I would call this a lovely episode of Mushoku Tensei. I really like this one. We do some of the things that the show, I think, does well, very well. Introducing new places, locations, environments, traveling, exploring, and discovering. Setting up mysteries and interweave. Cliff is here, and so is Masco Lady Girl. She's here, and Zanaba too. Just Zanoba, Alenalise, Rudius, Fitz is such a cool adventuring party, you know? Or Rudy and various squaddies from the class, right? Except for Cliff, because fuck that guy. Oh, it's good. It's good. I like a lot of the backgrounds in the episode. There are elements of it where that same sort of foreground background clash is definitely going on, but I felt a lot more immersed in this one. Felt a lot smoother in this one. So that's a good sign generally. I also feel like in general, character animation and character expressiveness was there in this episode in the way that it sometimes hasn't been in the last couple. I think if there's this moment where Alenalise, when Genius or whatever his name is walks in, Alenalise is sort of like lazing on the chair and just like fiddling with her hair, and it's slightly animated and she's moving, and it adds a ton. It adds a ton. Those little sprinkles are the fun of the cake. You ever eat a pure white cake? Just white angel food cake with white frosting? Boring. Needs sprinkles. That's the sprinkles. It goes great. All right. Finally, and we make the jokes. So many sex jokes. I don't mind them. Sometimes I mind them. I wonder if the curse thing is real. I made the joke and was like, Helena at least made that up in order to excuse her own proclivities. But what if it's true? What if she is cursed and she's actually going to die unless she fucks a bunch of dudes? It's totally possible. I think she just wants to fuck a bunch of dudes. I also think that if that is her curse, then it's also a blessing, and I think she's probably okay with it. And we have an OP to talk about, and we got to talk about it, because it's like all the things. It's all the things. It's as much symbolic layering as the most symbolically resonant episodes of last season. The dropping of a goblet into the pool of red blood and that kind of symbolism level of stuff. I think it's cool. Burbs are our choice of symbol for the OP. Covered things, veils, and purity. The way we overlay the girl with the cage, she's still in it, right? The door is open, but she's still in it. And it's actually technically unclear who that girl is in this moment. I believe that's actually meant to be Eris. But the point of it is not that. The point of it is that that's the feminine. Doesn't matter who it is. The birds in color represent the individual girls. That is the feminine. I think that in circumstance, you get the 3 feathers, the goblet by the side. This is that circumstance. This is that first situation. Okay, there's the bird cage, 3 feathers, Roxy, Eris, Sylphie, blue, red, green. And then we get hand on bed, and we get these moments and locations out here. This is an interesting jump that we do. We jump to this location and back, and it's unclear why. Because this place doesn't have meaning to us yet. I think. I don't think that this place has meaning to us. It looks like the kind of place where Mask Girl is. It looks like the kind of place where we might find Mom. But maybe this has to do with the cataclysm, or maybe it's pure symbolic. I don't know. That's Rudy's hands on the bed, right? And this is the first night with Eris, right? Right. Okay. Books. Wind. A different place. A different person. Interwoven fingers, and they're different fingers now, right? This is that one reaching out, and then that's another one. And there's the girl, and she's elsewhere. He reaches out, grips down, and as soon as he grasps hard, petals disappear. It's gone. Can't hold on to it. And everything goes pink, Eris color, right? Red, pink, Eris color. And from there, he awakens from that dream, and it's nothing. It's non-existent. And we get the moment afterward, which is him from the side, reaching up, empty, and dejected, and letting his arm fall. And there's the empty, bigger bed up above him, which I'm not entirely clear on the symbolism of. This here, right? Because he's on the one bed here. I guess it's a big stone slab, really. I'm uncertain what the point of that is. Because it's got the tapestry on it. The window is open. There's a bunch of symbolic layering here, and then he's in a big 4-poster bed, but he's slumped and dejected. Unclear. Push yourself, get up, wander forward, go about your daily day. your daily commute. Nothing fancy. And then suddenly, what's that? And it's Roxy, and Roxy leads you here, right? That's my read here. Roxy leads you here, and that opens the sky to you, and the lights come on. Bam. We blast through a bunch of, like, interim things that are cool. Looks like we're going to be seeing Soldat and the homies again. That's pretty nice. We get some cool fighting. Maybe we won't be seeing Soldat and the homies again, and what we're actually seeing are just these tapestries of memories. Each window is its own history, its own set of people who've had an impact on you, its own set of interactions and relationships, and that's the hallway of dreams that we walk through. Yeah, okay, I like that better still, I think. We get the blood on the hands or the burns on the hands, all these elements that have happened already in the season, and probably a bunch that haven't. We'll fill in as we go. Oh, the multi-armed monster person is here. I wonder, maybe that's actually the person who was meant was not Mask Person, but this person. Because that's I don't know. Bodacious animal babes, can't complain. Zanaba's working on sculpting. Cool. Nothing crazy here. Tiny Raftalia? Why is Raftalia here? What the fuck? Who crossed us over with Shield Hero? What the fuck? Tiny Slave Child, who I think appears in the ED as part of their squad, as part of their group as well, so that's curious. And she's doing some kind of deep research into some kind of magic. Probably, my guess, because of things that we know from elsewhere, magic that has to do with the transport between worlds. Right? And it makes me wonder if she's trying to get back home. Because as far as I can tell, I don't remember this character, Hana something. As far as I can tell, this character must be from a different reality because the curse doesn't affect her. In the same way that it didn't affect Rudius. And it's implied that she's probably from his reality, our world. So I wonder if that's what she's trying to do, is make her way back somehow. I don't know. Very curious. And clearly here, and we link these spaces together. It might be wrong, but this space feels like it's a part of that space. But maybe this is the mental gallery. Eris flies away. Alenalise, with her own little feather thing, looking off into the distance. Cliff, being Cliff. Much fighting. This is Sarah, isn't it? That is Sarah, isn't it? We reanimate this moment with the treant. And it's sparks and fire that evaporate as he reaches out and grabs Sarah. So there's something there and it's gone. Just a moment, and then it's gone. And then green petals drift through and awaken him from his reverie. Push forward, and through those same curtains that we saw at the beginning, he walks and out onto the stage in some sense, right? Because those curtains are stage curtains. So he follows the feather, follows the bird, out onto the stage and into the light himself, right? Until reaching out for something else and finds himself reaching out once more to a bird that flies out beyond him into the unknown as we travel on beyond here with the flowers in the background. And at the very beginning, when we first see him, does he have the feather? It's not noticeable. When he does this first reach out? No, he doesn't have it. He literally doesn't have it. It's not on his chest. That's so simple. Look, it's not there. And then it's the same scene. And it's there. Huh. Yeah, and he's smiling. Huh. It's like they nailed the OP. I think they nailed the OP. That's pretty good. Hey, that's a pretty good OP, isn't it? Yes. The school feels good. The location and backgrounds feel good. The framing and shot comp feels good. This is the moment that I was talking about. It's immediate when he comes in. It's just like nice and small and subtle and important. Also, her lean forward and hi. Just so, my God, she's already fucked him. She's already fucked that guy. That headmaster has gotten the head. You know it. God damn, Alenalise cannot stop. Okay, let's have a test, and it's right straight away into the duel. Holy shit. And we focus directly on the eyes, and she recognizes immediately, but doesn't reveal it to him, and it ends up being the cutest fucking thing, because he's doing all this formalism, and she's just sort of in shock. Just in shock. Now, all the clues are there. Hey, that's a familiar wand. Hey, that's a familiar casting. Hey, that's weird. Interesting. And then he goes over and reaches out to her, and it's the same scene. I don't have the time. I can't be arsed to go back to episode 1 and 2 of Mushoku Tensei to go find the scene where Rudius goes over to Sylphie and reaches out as she's on the ground having been bullied, right? He reaches out to her, but I'll bet it's the same fucking scene. I'll bet you could lay them over each other and they're identical. Fuck it, I'll go to Kiss Anime or whatever. Watch Mushoku Tensei episode 1. It's not quite, actually. Here, look. There. That'll do. Bad positioning, but you see, this is the sequence. On Crunchyroll. We see, oh, hi. Right? Oh, hi. Hello. Reach down, grab. So we don't do it from the close-up angle. It's not as close-upified. Right? Right. So, it's not as exact as I thought it was. But that's mostly the fault of the first episode not having this scene be this way. Well, too bad. It still rhymes, right? It still feels right. It's like the hands and the touch and the... Ugh! It's perfect because there's this impression as an audience member, as a viewer. It's like, they should know, he should realize. But of course, there's no reason that he should suspect. Why would he ever think that? Up close and whispers in her ears. She gets all blushy and cute. So cute. We establish all the circumstances. The skirt thing. I'm just going to mention this on the skirt thing. I strongly believe, having gone to Catholic school, I did go to a Catholic high school for a portion of my high school. I strongly believe that the length of the skirt is actually important to the sexiness of the thing. Seriously. Look, short skirts are hot. Not a problem. Very true. And the whole thing that he says, as short as can be, so it just barely hides your panties, and then get the really long socks, right? He's just creating the classic Zettai Ryoki bullshit thing, right? Because he's a modern pervert, as you would expect. But a real man of culture knows that the long school skirt, it hides what's beneath. And what is hidden is far more tantalizing than what is shown. I truly believe it. I truly do. Anyway, it's fun. I like this location. It's interesting. It does get a little fiddly once we have all the characters clapping and stuff. People moving and things. Everybody claps in a second. No? I guess it's a little bit later. Same sequence. Regardless, a little bit fiddly there, but otherwise totally fine with me. And we get this whole speech that I thought Rudy was going to be a little bit more down on. I thought he was going to be like, yeah, I've heard all this before, and then the bullying still happens. And if we do some more criticism on that side of things, like, I'd be really interested to see it. Some degree of demonstration of what it is about this school that so far as we can tell, has prevented most horrifying bullying stuff from going on, at least from what we've seen. I'd like to know about that. I'd like to know about it. It's pivotal to Rudy's previous life, and it's something that I think he'd be interested in, and it's something that I think we could address if Rifujin wants to, in a really interesting way, if we want to. We don't have to, but it might be really interesting. So far, it hasn't really been touched on, except to just do this sort of blanket set of statements at the very beginning, which doesn't do much to actually enforce things, or the sequence of, like, self-inflicted authority that we see with Goriade, or whatever her name is. Everybody gangs up on Rudy for having stolen panties, which is reasonable, but more of a humorous moment than it is, like, a real exploration of the way that discipline is enacted at this school, right? Right. Don't shun anybody, don't persecute anybody, everything's fine. Okay. And we meet all our characters. Sanaba's so happy to see us. She's so hot. Can't complain. Don't know about the dog one. She's fine. Cliff's an asshole. Also, Cliff's a real asshole. And I don't know who the other one is. I think it's Masky Girl, but maybe it's Multi-Arm Monster. Who knows? Locations, introductions, spaces, and spaces. Cute interactions with Sophie. That's the whole of the episode, really. We meet a bunch of characters, we see a bunch of locations, we try a bunch of things, we do a bunch of research, we move in a couple of directions, we set a bunch of things in motion with interpersonal relationships and dynamics. We have this one background that I think is really pretty. The thing about it that gets me is the watercolory nature of this fountain back here and the light in front of it. Everything sort of chain funnels down in this direction in a nice way. I just like the composition. I like the watercolory texture of the whole thing, and I like the lighting of the whole thing. It looks nice. And then Hatsu, kind of a joke, kind of not, kind of honestly the most terrifying possible circumstance. It's easy to say, oh, well, this is the karma, right? This is just the greatest fear of a pervert is getting found or getting discovered. But no, the greatest fear is accidentally being seen as a monster or a pervert when you're not trying to be. It's the same as an experience that many of us lads, you've almost all probably had this experience. You're walking at night in a parking garage, and there's a woman walking, and she starts walking faster. Now you're the pervert, right? This is that kind of a circumstance. It's the getting caught for something that you didn't do and are genuinely horrified by, and nobody listens to your pleas for like, I'm not trying to do a bad thing here. Nobody cares. That's scary. That scares the shit out of me. Genuinely scares the shit out of me. But it's also sort of karmic justice for all the perverted things that Rudy really has done. So it ends up being comedic and interesting, and a great way to bring Fitz in and have Fitz save the day a little bit and get our characters interacting once more. And more than that, have Sylphie break character a little bit by really going out on a limb to protect this guy that she's not supposed to know, which continues to build for us just how important Rudy is to Sylphie, which I think is very cute. Their whole interaction is so lovely. Wow, Mr. Fitz, you're so great. Thank you so much. Why? Why is it so weird for me to be thanking you? I won't tell, she says. He says. And Rudy gets a little blush and begins to question his sexuality, as anyone would. It's like in the very first moments, the kind of face that would make a Shotokan blush. Well, Rudy, many years later and you're still blushing. Aww. As fraught and fucked and weird and strange as it is, this was a great introduction to a new location, a cast of characters, a set of intrigues. What's Cliff doing? What's Mask Lady doing? What weird things and darknesses are occurring at this school? Because there are plenty, I'm sure. And we get to enter our fun high school life with Rudius. Interesting. And we get to hone in on a powerful romance that has been in the works since the beginning of the show. And it might be the romance of the show. I don't know, but it could be. And I wouldn't mind it. That's where we're at in Mushoku Tensei. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I really did. This one felt like it hit a stride in a way that the last couple episodes have not. And maybe that's because Rudy is hitting a stride and going to a place, and even if it's confusing and he's not sure, there are paths open for him. There are places to go and study and things to do and people to meet and talk to and communicate with. And it's much better than being in his room alone or in some small town doing small jobs trying to get his name out there and soothing his aching stupid. This is better. It's a lot better. And the world begins to open up to him, and the curtains begin to pull away, and the darkness begins to recede a little bit, and the birds fly forward, and the light comes in, and the OP nails it, right? Welcome to the reawakening. You've been in the pit for a while. There's the exit. Welcome to the story. Bingo. Just as we talked about in the beginning. You have to have that time in the darkness to make this make any sense. I think it might make sense. So, thumbs up. Much hope for the future, for good things. See you next week for more Mushoku Tensei. Early access on the Patreon. Please subscribe. And bye. Peace.